So you guys remember that movie Enchanted? That underrated film with Amy Adams? Well, we didn't get a sequel to that and we probably never will, but this film, Godmothered, is probably the closest thing we'll ever get to. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Anthony, here to give you guys another movie review. This time it is for the Disney Plus original movie, Godmothered. So guys, if you didn't know already, Enchanted is probably one of my most favorite Disney films that doesn't get any love. There's not a lot of people that like this film. I think later on, after it was released, it got a lot of cult fanfare. But, you know, we're still waiting for that sequel. Amy Adams still looks the same because she's a vampire. She's one of those Hollywood people that are vampires. You got one of my favorite actresses, Jillian Bell, in here. She's hilarious. Pretty much everything that I see her in, I'm just like, she's funny. I love her. I want to hang out with this chick. She's great in this film. She does a good job of playing the godmother in here. She's a godmother in trainee that needs to go to Earth. I'm assuming she's on a different planet because the place she comes from doesn't look like Earth. But she has to go to Earth and she thinks she is going to help a 10-year-old find their true love. But in reality, it's been years and she's not a 10-year-old anymore. It's a grown-ass woman and, you know, she got kids. Her husband's dead and she's not really into the whole love thing. So we have the godmother trying to fix up her life. And of course, she's a klutz. And she doesn't do things right, and she's not really well trained at all. And, you know, shenanigans ensue. And it hits all the tropes of these kind of romantic comedies. And I put romantic comedies in quotes because it's not really the traditional romantic comedy, because there isn't a, you know, will they, won't they kind of thing. It's in here a little bit, but it's more centered on like family and what really is your true love. It doesn't have to be just some knight in shining armor. And this film totally makes fun of the whole Disney tropes. You know how they always have to sing in a movie, but the lead in here, she can't sing at all, and they make fun of that. She's like, break it out, oh, this is a time for me to sing, the cue of the singing number, right? And then everybody's like, nah, don't sing, you're not really good. If I do have to nitpick on something in this film, I will have to say that the CGI looks really dated. This CGI looks like it's from the early 2000s. You guys remember like movies like Matrix in the early 2000s? You remember how bad the CGI was in that one? Jeez, like you had Neo fighting Mr. Smith. It's just laughable now that you look at it. That kind of stuff's in here in this movie. It was really jarring because it took me out. I was like, whoa, why did they choose to do CGI in that situation? Also, some of the transitions between scenes are really weird because time will just jump, like it will leap. I was like, wait, does the godmother have like time traveling powers that they didn't explain at all? It's just weird time jumps, and you'll kind of catch yourself sometimes, at least I did. It kind of catch yourself like, wait, did they explain why she got to this area so fast and nobody is worried about it? What's happening? There isn't any kind of antagonist in this film because these are the kind of films, these romantic comedies usually don't have an antagonist. It's more of like they're fighting themselves, right? Because they're resisting the love, the true love kind of thing. And I know I rag all the time on romantic comedies on this channel, but I do like that aspect of romantic comedy, that there isn't really an antagonist at all in these kind of films. And they, you know, try to focus on the characters to figure out what makes them tick, why they are the way they are. But like all romantic comedies, they always have to have that one part of the film where there's a big misunderstanding. That's what I call it, the big misunderstanding moment, where everything's going fine and then somebody does something that's a big misunderstanding or it's an accident, and then they all hate each other for like 30 minutes and then they come back together. I hate when they do that in romantic comedies, any movie whatsoever, but every time they do it, it just takes me out of the movie, and I'm just rolling my eyes and I'm like, here we go again. We already know what's gonna happen. They're gonna make up and then everything's gonna be fine. But guys, I think that this is going to be a classic. I think that the kids growing up watching this movie, they're gonna, later on, when they're as old as I am, they're gonna be like, oh man, Godmother, man, you remember that movie? It's just like that old movie Enchanted that my mom used to talk about all the time, but it's better. But guys, let me know what you think of Godmother in the comments down below. Did you watch it? Do you like any of the actors and actresses in this film? Do you believe in fairy godmothers? Do you need one? I mean, that's the real question. But also, guys, check out my Twitter so you can stay up to date with my channel. And guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that stuff. It's been helping the channel immensely. Thank you to everybody that has been subscribing and liking and all that stuff. I don't know why I said subscribing, because you subscribe once and that's it. But hey, I like it either way. And remember, guys, keep watching movies.